be a dumb bee, dumb bee. Don't be a dumb bee, dumb bee. Don't be a dumb bee, dumb bee like me.
Welcome back to Don't Be a Dumb Bee Like Me. I'm on my way to an event. That's why I look like this today. Episode 5. I'm already at episode 5, and thank you for coming back. Episode 5 is cutting people off, even the ones you love. Cutting the ties to toxic relationships, even if it's family, friends, loved ones who bring you down, who don't do you justice. Now, this is important because we're talking about becoming super happy. We're talking about finding our personal happiness. And some of the hardest boundaries we'll ever have are with the people we love the most. A partner, a parent, a lifelong friend, maybe someone at work you once admired. And here's the truth. You can love someone and still need to let them go. I went through it. I had a very, 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 very toxic partner. So let's talk about it. Because I've been here and I've walked through the fire on this one, and today I really want to help you on yours. Because when you have a toxic partner, you ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? What if they change? You can't change anyone unless they want to change. We can't control anyone. And I'm going to tell you something now that's super hard to hear. You can't make someone love you. They either accept you or they love you, but you can't make them, no matter what you do. And trust me, I tried. I had a very, very personal relationship that I poured all my love into. I really, really, it's so hard to talk about this stuff, but, one of my children who doesn't want to have anything to do with me, because they believe the other narrative. I had to learn that no matter what I do to show that I love them, I can't make them love me. And I have to accept that. And that's the hardest thing in the world, especially from someone I gave birth to, who I almost died having, that I stopped my life to raise, who gave endless love to, but has been persuaded and taught that I'm not a good person, even though they know the truth. But the point of it is, we can't change them. Am I selfish? Can I survive without them? All those questions. And the scariest one is, will I be alone if I walk away from a toxic person? You got to be good with you. You got to know that you've done the best you can to help someone, but you have to get toxicity out of your life. Someone who's toxic will pull you down with them. Someone who likes chaos and drama and wants to fight, no. All of that anger and pent up shit that they're dealing with and putting it on you, making you feel guilty. It's your fault. Let me tell you about a sociopath narcissist. If you have one of those in your life, it's always your fault. They never look in the mirror and say, oh, I'm taking responsibility. They never say they're sorry they did anything. No, it's always your fault. Always your fault. Always somebody else's fault. When you're in a relationship with a sociopath narcissist, it's their friend's fault. It's like this. They become the victim. They're all guarantee 100% they're always the victim. Oh, they did that to me. Oh, she did that to me. Oh, they didn't respect me. Oh, it was their fault. They never, ever, ever look in the mirror and say, oh, maybe I'm responsible for that. That's the number one sign of a sociopath narcissist, who never takes responsibility for their actions or what they've done and want to blame everyone else. You know those people. Oh, my job did this. My boss did that. My spouse did this. It's your fault. I'm perfect. Those are all the red flags. Toxic people, you got to cut them out. Now, I'm not saying all toxic people are sociopath narcissists. I'm saying a lot of them are, but not all. Sometimes toxic people are people you party too much with. That every time you're with them, you're drinking, you're smoking, you're doing unhealthy things that you're trying to clean up in your life. And they're just a bad influence. You got to let them go. You know what I mean? If you want to clean up your life, because it's just too hard. It's too hard to clean up when you have people around doing things that you don't want to do and you get pulled into it. Why do I know that? I've been there. And people that I love spending time with, but trying to become healthier and living a better life for me, I had to cut those people out. Work people you work with who like to gossip. They're sitting around talking about other people, talking bad about people. It's always about how bad somebody else is and not working on themselves. So those people have to go. Friends who just don't bring positivity. Like everything is about somebody else's drama. I'm not a gossip girl. Like I'm not one of those people that likes to gossip. I just don't. I got too many other things I'm working on, like fixing here, fixing me, living my best life, trying to get to my goals, all of that. That for me, when I'm around people who are gossiping about other people, I know they're talking about me too behind my back. Let them go. This podcast at Don't Be a Dumb Bee anymore is about how do you really work on becoming the best version of you, who you really want to be, living your best life. So cutting toxic people out, super important, super necessary. And I'm going to give you the steps how to do it, at least how I did it. I hope you walk away and use this as your springboard to create the nucleus of people that you want to be around, that accept you who you are, who are like-minded, who uplift you. You shouldn't be at the top of your friend zone. You need to have people that you're learning from, you love to be around, that uplift you, that are in the same zone where you're moving into, because those people become your foundation. Sometimes it's childhood friends, sometimes it's some of everything. You know what I mean? It's just so many things. And I'm not saying be mean to people. I'm saying if you want to elevate, if you want to move to where you need to be in your next chapter of your book, the toxic people have to go. If it's a spouse, a parent, a child, a friend, a work person, a partner, they got to go, especially if they're not feeding your soul. Being with someone who is slowly killing your spirit, being with someone that makes you sick. I was in that relationship, a toxic, sociopath, manipulative relationship. And I stayed for years because I thought I could survive it. I thought I could handle it. I thought I could put so much love into it that the person would change. Until I realized I wasn't surviving. I was dying. Really dying a slow, painful, hurtful death. And if I didn't get out of it, I wouldn't survive. And I really mean that, surviving, not living. That's how low I was. When you hit rock bottom and you know you can't survive and you can't breathe and you have to get the toxicity out of your system, the parasite out of here eating on you as the host, you got to make that move. Let's make that move. You have to make the move to get to the next level. I didn't say it was easy, but it's definitely necessary. Toxicity cannot be when you're elevating as a person. When someone is willing to destroy you, your family, your children, because they now can't control you anymore, they now can't pull at you and you fall back into line with their mastermind of controlling, because now you have self-worth. Now You're working on loving yourself. You're working on really, really trying to find that peace to get you to the next level. You're not in a relationship anymore. You're in a war zone. We're in a war zone. And when you're in a war zone, either you're going to survive or you're going to die. I get back to that saying in World War Z, movement is life. If you stop moving, if you stay put in toxicity, you die. I want to say this clearly so you understand. You are not weak for walking away. You're not cold-hearted for protecting yourself. You're not selfish for choosing peace. Don't you want peace in your life? Don't you want to wake up like, oh my God, I'm not under stressful conditions. I'm not with somebody in my face yelling at me, telling me I'm fat, telling me I'm not good enough, telling me I'll never make it. Who wants that in their life? Nobody deserves that. We're all here on an equal playing ground. Some come in very rich with a rich family. Some come from poor families. Some come from middle-class families. We all wind up on the same playing field of how do I make myself happy if I'm rich or poor or middle class, or how do I live the life that fills me up and makes me feel good? I know some very, very well-off people who are miserable because they didn't have to challenge themselves. They don't have goals. Like, we all come different, but I think that we all want to be happy. We all want to feel peace. Peace. Having peace in our home, no drama, no chaos, peace at work, peace within ourselves and our environment, and we deserve it. Demand your peace, demand your happiness. That's what I'm talking about on Don't Be a Dumb Bee Like Me, because I spent years not demanding it. I spent years making excuses because I had kids and I had to make sure they were happy and I didn't want to change their life. Guess what? It didn't matter because they picked it up on it too. When you think your kids aren't paying attention, they are paying attention. They pick up on everything worse than you think. And I am so sorry that my children had to go through all of this. And we're still healing from it and working on it. And none of it's easy. And that's why I'm here. I'm here because if I can help people, the light bulb go on, the red flags go on to say, hey, I want better. I'm telling you stories that I went through because I'm here now. I'm happy. I'm at peace. I cleared the majority of the toxic people out of my life. Now, when it comes to work, sometimes it's hard. You know what I mean? It's hard because if you're working in a situation that you can't leave that situation, but you can make it better. You could demand your respect. You could demand your peace. You could leave the job. You can find something new. Hey, this is not for me. I'm working on something else. Work on your new shit while the old shit's paying you. So when you're ready to bounce, you can bounce. You know what I mean? This is what we're talking about. Putting plans together, demanding happiness so you move into that chapter of, I am happy, I'm at peace, I got rid of toxic people. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly, right there. I've cut people I love deeply. But once I removed the parasite, the main one, it became a lot easier to remove the others. I cleaned house, and my energy is sacred. My peace is protected, and I can finally breathe. Honestly, breathe. And I work on it daily. Here's what no one tells you. After you cut them off, you grieve, even if they were toxic, because you were used to it. You were programmed. Even if they hurt you, we make excuses. Oh, well, I did this and I did that. No, you grieve the dream, not the reality. The illusion. You dream the illusion, the version of them you wish was real. And that grief, that's the detox. But once it passes, you start to rise. You sleep better. You laugh again. You hear your own voice again. And you realize you were never the crazy one. Never the crazy one. You are the strong one. You have to know, let's get back to a previous episode, what you want, value who you are. And I want you to ask yourself this. Let's do some homework. This is serious homework for getting rid of toxic people. Who in my life is draining me? Write that down. Who do I love that's no longer safe to love up close? That's a hard one. Trust me, I have been through that. That's very, very, very difficult, but it's necessity. With love, with peace, with your whole heart. Because your peace matters more than the opinion, okay? You don't own anyone access to you that's hurting you. Like I said, you can't make somebody love you. Letting go is the most freeing feeling in the world. Letting go. I'm done with toxicity. I'm done with your drama. You will not disrespect me. You will not get in my face. You will not tell me I'm not an amazing person. You will not talk down to me. You will not disrespect who I am and what I bring to the table, because I know I'm a good person. And I know what I've done to help you get there. And you won't disrespect me. There's a line in the sand. I protect my peace. Protect your peace. That's where the freedom begins. That's when you start woo-sawing like, oh, I'm on to bigger and better. And I'm feeling better about me because I don't have all this toxicity. I'm not putting up with other people's shit. Most people who are toxic, narcissistic, sociopath, parasites, they're not in therapy. They're not working on making themselves better. They're putting the shit on you because that's what they do. They don't look in the mirror and say, hey, I want to be a good person. I want to change. I want to do better. All of us are a work in progress. The people that put the work in have things start working in your favor because the universe or God or whatever you believe in starts delivering. You're clear. So I really want you to do this homework. Get your notebook out. Write down who you love, who's toxic, and take the steps to get toxic relationships out of your life. It is the freeing part of the next step of getting you back, making you the priority. On the next episode of Don't Be a Dumb Bee, like I used to be, we're going to be talking about these baby steps to rebuilding your life. Because healing doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen one step at a time. Thank you for joining me.
Don't be a dumb bee, dumb bee. Don't be a dumb bee, dumb bee. Don't be a dumb bee, dumb bee like me.